Hello, this is Daniel Thomas Andrew Daly. This is a Noahide sermon. The Sabbath is a holy day for Noahides too. The Sabbath is a holy day for Noahides too. Now we know in Genesis, Jacob, who was renamed Israel, didn't observe the Sabbath. Edom didn't observe the Sabbath. Gad, son of Israel, didn't observe the Sabbath. Pharaoh didn't observe the Sabbath. Bilhah, Jacob's concubine, didn't observe the Sabbath. Abraham didn't observe the Sabbath. Noah didn't observe the Sabbath. Dan, Jacob's son, didn't observe the Sabbath. Adam didn't observe the Sabbath. No one in Genesis observed the Sabbath. Nobody. God did observe the Sabbath in Genesis. He created in 6 days and rested on the 7th. In the Genesis history, the history of mankind to the end of Genesis, there's no Sabbath observance in humanity. A big chunk of humanity has come and gone. There's no Sabbath observance. For humanity in general, and for Abrahamic covenantal level, there is no Sabbath observance. It's only when we get to Israel, with the priestly code as established at Mount Sinai, because we're a kingdom of priests according to Exodus 19, at a priestly level of behavior, for Israel, there's a Sabbath observance of resting, full rest on the Sabbath, like God. But for mankind in general, especially Noahide mankind, there's no stipulation of Sabbath observance. Of rest. We need our rest. Probably a good idea to rest on the Sabbath anyway, in a general sense. The rabbis in the Talmud, which we do not observe, argue that Noahides shouldn't follow the manner of the Jews on Sabbath observance. I disregard that. If a Noahide voluntarily chooses to follow the example of Almighty God in Genesis 1:1-2, 4a and observe the Sabbath, it's a choice they are capable of making because it is within their scriptures to observe the Sabbath following God's example. It's within their Bible. It is within mankind's Bible to observe the Sabbath like God if they so choose. Nowhere in the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, is this forbidden to a member of mankind. In the Talmud, they rattle on about it, not in the Tanakh, and we are Karaite. Mankind can observe the Sabbath if it chooses to. It's not required, but it can if it chooses to. Normally, you would imagine that in a population of a lot of Adamite Noahides, a few billion of us, there's going to be some Sabbath observance. Normally, statistically, that would come around, you would imagine, there'd be a certain percentage of them who would probably just observe the Sabbath a bit. There'd be a certain percentage who probably observe kosher food rules a bit. We're not required to eat clean meat, but a certain percentage are going to be a bit fussy and probably observe it. We have knowledge of clean and unclean animals in the Rainbow Torah. Noah only sacrificed clean animals to God. So we do have knowledge. In Leviticus 11, we see the list. And I think that's repeated in Deuteronomy. So we do know that there are clean and unclean animals. And some Noahides would have an inclination to observe the Sabbath to a degree and probably eat clean. They're normal enough aspects because they are addressed in the Rainbow Torah. There is Sabbath in the Rainbow Torah, and there is clean and unclean meat in the Rainbow Torah. They're not stipulations of requirements, but some people would probably be a bit fussy and have it as their way. That would be a normal enough thing for a Noahide to be involved with if they so chose. So in that sense also, in a large population of Noahides, it would come through as a bit of a holy day also. I've preached on this in the first sermon, in this sense also, that some would observe the Sabbath. So it's a bit of a holy day for Noahides also in that sense.